Hello again, fellow BeachBum traders. Thank you for joining us for part 2 of our weekly trading game plan for the trading week of January 27th through January 31st. We're in part 2 of our weekly trading game plan. We'll be selecting our top swing trading stocks to watch, stocks in our bullpen, stocks in our shopping list. We'll also talk about how we can use dividend payers and several option strategies to generate income while we wait for our swing trading stocks to set up. So let's get started. Welcome, RT. Thank you for joining us. Hope you had a great trading week and are having a great weekend. So here's our Google document with our weekly trading game plan notes for the trading week of January 27th through January 31st. We keep our notes for our weekly trading game plans in publicly accessible Google documents. Our notes documents contain links to bonus videos, to the tools and resources we use to trade, our top swing trading stocks to watch, etc. If you have not already seen part 1 of our weekly trading game plan for this trading week, titled Make Money Trading the January Federal Reserve Interest Rate Decision, we would highly recommend that you also view part 1, as that contains our market analysis, trading strategies, trading ideas for this trading week. And again, you can find a direct link to this Google document in the description box below. We keep all of our Google documents with our weekly trading game plan notes in a publicly accessible Google Drive folder, so you can refer back to the notes for part 1, as well as previous weekly trading game plan notes. And you can also find a direct link to that publicly accessible Google Drive folder in the description box below. So firstly, we'll review some of our trade updates for this trading week, for the past trading week, and we'll look at those quickly in Webull. So firstly, we went long on BDRY, which is the ETF on dry bulk shipping. We've been watching BDRY. We've talked about BDRY for quite some time. You can hear our thesis on BDRY via the bonus link to the video here in our notes. We went long on January 22nd at 549. And we're still holding that, and hopefully some of our BeachBum traders got notification of this trade and we're actually able to get a better price, and there's still a possibility you can get a better price getting long on BDRY. Again, you can hear our discussion, our thesis on BDRY via the link to the bonus video in the notes. Secondly, we got stopped out of our position in NextEra Energy, NEP. This was a cash secured put we had sold against NEP. We got assigned on that early on the 16th. It was a January 17th cash secured put at 17.15. Again, we got assigned early on that, so we had a net cost basis of 16.30, and we got stopped out at 16.31 on January 24th, so pretty much a break even on that, essentially the start of a wheel strategy on NEP. NEP is going through some rebranding. I guess they delayed their earnings report till next Tuesday. Again, they're rebranding the name of the company. They're also changing their ticker symbol. So some uncertainty, some volatility in NEP. So I thought it was a good time to get out ahead of that uncertainty, and we'll see if we have an opportunity to sell puts at a lower price on NEP going forward in the future. Congratulations to all of our BeachBum traders who profited from the swing, scalp trade, options trade on NextEra Energy. Similarly, we had sold cash secured puts against SiriusXM, so we got assigned those puts. We had sold at 23 for a January 17th strike. So we'd sold those for $2.45. So that set our cost basis at about $20.55. We did get some price appreciation on those on that net cost basis. So we got stopped out on the 22nd at 22.10. So we got a nice profit on that, on those assigned cash secured puts, with an ROI of about 7.5%. So a monthly ROI of about 45%. So again, congratulations to all of our BeachBum traders who profited on this scalper swing trade on SIRI, again using cash secured puts. Finally, we got stopped out of our long position in ULTY. ULTY is the Yield Max Ultra Option Income Strategy. So one of the Yield Max monthly dividend payers. So we had entered in on ULTY on December 13th at 9:38. We got stopped out on 124 at 878. So that was pretty much break even when we consider the reduction in cost basis, or cost basis given the dividends that we had received. For 1 month on ULTY, set our cost basis about 878. So this was a break even. I probably will not trade ULTY going forward. As we've seen, the total return on ULTY is negative, and we've talked about the behavior of ULTY, so it doesn't really fit our swing trading strategy. If some of you can make money scalping ULTY, congratulations on that, and congratulations to any of our BeachBum traders who profited from this swing trade on ULTY. So just a reminder, although I don't ever recommend anyone blindly follow us into or out of trades, it would help you make money trading, help you succeed in your trading career, to be notified when we enter or exit a trade. You can get real-time notifications when we enter or exit a trade by joining our Patreon. You can also hear how you can best use our trade alerts to help you make money trading via the link to the bonus video in the notes. We also have several channels in our Discord available to our Patreon members with additional types of alerts that we hope will help you make money trading that I'll quickly show you. Welcome to Ricky Khan, Fairchild, Katon. Thank you all for joining us today. Hope you all are doing well. So here's one of our alerts channels for our Patreon members in our Discord. I set up price alerts in Thinkorswim. When those get triggered, they get automatically posted in the Thinkorswim TOS alerts channel in our Discord. So you can see when we got stopped out of ULTY. Also, you can see when ARK-K broke its 52-week high, etc. When we went long BDRY. So if I get a price alert from Thinkorswim and we follow that up with a trade like we did with BDRY, then I'll post that in the Thinkorswim alerts channel in our Discord. If it's a trade not directly related to a Thinkorswim trade alert, then I'll post that in the trade alerts channel. So when we got stopped out of our long position in ULTY, when we got stopped out of our assigned shares in NEP SIRI, NEP, and SIRI, here's XM, and I'll post those in the trade alerts channel in our Discord. Additionally, we have an alerts channel with alerts that are automatically generated by our automated systems when stocks are moving up, breaking out, near a support price target. And you can also get access to those real-time alerts by joining our Patreon. You can hear how you can use those alerts, real-time generated alerts, to help you in your trading, be it day trading, scalping, swing trading, etc. via the link to the video in the notes. Also a great source to see sector rotations, changes in sentiment, shifts in the market. So we can see when yen leveraged long on China moving up, so China's moving up. See BWO, emerging markets breaking out, USO oil breaking out. So again, a great way to in real time to get notifications of reversals in the market, sentiment changes, sector rotations, etc. So again, another great resource for scalpers, swing traders, etc. And you can get access to all of those types of alerts by joining our Patreon. Welcome, MD. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. So if I quickly look at those trades in Webull. So firstly, BDRY. Again, BDRY, we went long on the 22nd. Right at that dip, so you can see it's declined further, so still a good opportunity to even get in on a cheaper price on BDRY. Actually, we had lost power all morning on the 22nd. I happened to have my order already sitting there. Wasn't able to watch it or pull it, so it did hit. That's fine. Again, I had that order sitting at 549 previously, so again, opportunity you can get in on a cheaper price than we did. Again, next year energy, you can see it had run up, reversed, came back down. Again, they've got some volatility around their rebranding next week, so just be aware of that. Sirius XM, again, we got assigned shares. They had a nice run up. We took our profits on that. Looks like it's kind of flattened out. ULTY, again, been quite disappointing in general. Declined after the previous ex-dividend date. Finally made it back up where we were near break even. We've looked at the overall charts, and it tends not to really get much in terms of price appreciation. It's got negative total return, so I thought that was an opportunity for us to get out break even before the next ex-dividend date. As again, we didn't really expect to recoup that money given the track record of ULTY so far. Okay, we'll grab a quick drink and we'll go over our updates to our top swing trading stocks to watch list for this week. We'll also look at them in our watch list Google sheet and in Webull. So just a quick reminder, if you're not already using Webull, you can still get up to 43 fractional shares of stock by opening and funding your account with as little as $2,000. Under $2,000, get 23 fractional shares of stock, each worth $3,000 to $3,000. And if you use our affiliate link in the description box below, you can get all your free fractional shares of stock. Also take advantage of any other promotions they're running at the time. It also helps support the BeachBum trading community, all of which we greatly appreciate. Okay, first we'll go over our updates to our top swing trading stocks to watch list. Again, look at them in our watch list Google sheet, the charts in Webull. Just another quick reminder, you can now trade overnight in Webull 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, and you can get more information on how to trade overnight in Webull via the link to the video in the notes, and also the discussion topic in our Discord. Love to hear anyone's feedback. If you've tried overnight trading in Webull, how that's working out. We have not tried that yet, so again, love your feedback on your experience with the overnight trading in Webull if you've done that. So firstly, we still have APLY in our top swing trading stocks to watch list. APLY is the yield max on Apple, AAPL. APLY is one of the few yield maxes that does have a positive total return. Apple had dipped a little bit, did bounce back a little bit. They do have earnings coming up on the 30th after market close. So that may be the opportunity if they disappoint, don't beat expectations, miss expectations, etc. We might get a correction in APLY that we can take advantage of. The last ex-dividend was January 16th. It paid 28 cents. The next ex-dividend on APLY is February 13th, so it's after that Apple earnings. So again, we're going to be focusing on any potential dips around that earnings to get a chunk of APLY. Again, it does have a positive total return. You can hear our previous discussions on APLY via the links to the videos and the notes. Talked about BDRY. Again, I've left it in our top swing trading stocks to watch for your benefit. We're already long BDRY, and you can hear our thesis on BDRY via the link to the video and notes. Also, I added SARK, which is the short on ARK, back to our top swing trading stocks to watch. Can leverage short on SARK that we saw in our Thinkorswim alerts channel. ARK triggered that 52-week high price alert after I had already added SARK to our watch list. Again, as we discussed yesterday, we've got the January Federal Reserve interest rate decision. In my humble opinion, they're going to hold, they're not going to cut, they're not going to hike, and that may put pressure on these high-priced, money-losing growth stocks in ARK. So we might see a correction around that Federal Reserve interest rate decision. Did get a little bit of a dip on Friday. If we caught that, could have made a little bit of money. I missed that decline, so we'll see if we can catch it after any pop in ARK. And now you can watch our top swing trading stocks to watch during market hours and near real time using the Watchlist Google Sheet. You get 24/7 access to our Watchlist Google Sheet by joining our Patreon. This gets automatically updated at the end of each day with our most current top swing trading stocks to watch. If I do make any changes after that gets automatically updated, then I post those changes in the stock watch list updates channel in our Discord, also available to our Patreon, so you can see when I added SARK on the 23rd to our watch list, posted that. Also, I added and updated some puts and puts ROIC Google Sheet that we'll see. Again, posted all those changes in the stock watch list updates channel in our Discord. We have a whole series of videos on how you can use our watch list Google Sheet to watch our top swing trading stocks to watch, etc. How you can use the PE, ATR, or buy at and sell at price targets, etc. You can access all those videos via the links in the notes. So as you can see, here's our top swing trading stocks to watch lists in our watch list Google Sheet. Again, you can see price target, support and resistance levels, current risk reward profile, near real-time pricing, earnings information, dividend information, optionality, etc. Also PE and ATR. So again, you can use that to help you set your stops, help you set your price targets, etc. You can see that and get access to our Watchlist Google Sheet by joining our Patreon. Welcome to your old bits. Thank you for joining us. Hope you had a great trading week and are doing well. If we look at our charts for our top swing trading stocks to watch lists in Webull. So firstly, here's APLY. So if I zoom that out a little bit, see it dip down to 1570 or so. It's kind of sitting along that support level. Zoom out further, you can see it's relatively low. It's got upside to about 18 or so. Does not react too negatively to its ex-dividend date, so that's a positive for APLY. So again, if we get a dip around that earnings on the 30th, that might be the opportunity to get a chunk of APLY. Put ARK in here as our trigger for entering SARK would be a top or resistance level in ARK. Again, you can see on Friday it hit a new 52-week high, broke that resistance level at 63.61, and it dipped down pretty quickly. I kind of missed that on dip, so you could have made a little bit of money in SARK on that dip. Again, we'll see if we get a retest of that resistance level, that 52-week high with SARK. We get some additional exuberance, might get a new 52-week high, and opportunity when it rolls over to enter into SARK. We looked at BDRY already. So let's look at our bullpen stocks. If you're new to our community, concept of the bullpen stocks are ones that may not have the setup to warrant inclusion in our top swing trading stocks to watch right now, but they may in the near future. So we put them in the bullpen, revisit them periodically. If their setup improves, then we put them in the game, move them up to our top swing trading stocks to watch list. If they break down and run away, then we just take them out of the bullpen and we can revisit them again in the future. So firstly, we've got MED, Medifast Inc. Been watching that in the bullpen for a while. You can hear our thesis, our previous discussion on why we're watching Medifast via the link to the bonus video in the notes. METC, again, a coke and coal and rare earth elements company that we've been watching for a while. Again, this is a Trump 2.0 trade, so we discussed that previously. And also you can hear that discussion why we like METC, Ramaco Resources, why that's consider that a Trump 2.0 stock, all via the link to the bonus video in the notes. We'll see METC got a little pop on Trump's comments on coal. Both, I think he might have said something in the inauguration, but then he had a video presentation at Davos and mentioned coal several times. I think that caused that pop in METC. See if we can get a little bit of a dip back down to get an entry, but congratulations to any of our BeachBum traders who caught that pop in METC. Pizza, PZZA, Papa John's. Can we put that in the bullpen a little while back? You can hear our previous discussion on PZZA, Papa John's. It did pop up some. I didn't really see any news why, the reason for the decline, and didn't see any reason for the bounce, possibly just an oversold bounce. So congratulations if you caught that bounce of PZZA. Thought about taking it out of the bullpen, but we'll see if we as we see it kind of rejected off a resistance level, we'll see if we get a correction that would warrant entry in PZZA. Again, we've been watching Tatron components for a while. You can hear our previous discussion on Tatron. Traded that profitably in the past. It's a little low float, kind of choppy. I haven't entered that yet. Also, I believe it's not optionable. So again, you can also find all that information in the bullpen sheet of our watch list Google sheet. So yes, Tatron is not optionable. So again, another handy feature of our watch list Google sheet to check optionality. So could you sell covered calls against a position if you got it? Also PEs, which one's cheaper, better value at the time. And again, price targets, risk reward, etc. And we can watch these in near real time. So it's much easier for me just to trade off of there. So again, you can see risk reward profiles for our bullpen stocks as well. So if we look at those charts also in Webull, so here's MED, Medifast. Again, we've been watching this for a while. It's been just kind of hovering around that 15 or so level pivot point, bouncing up and down. Again, they did have some GLP-1 news that was positive, but it corrected back down pretty quickly. We're also looking at selling puts on MED, so another option of way to play MED. It doesn't, doesn't really look like it's swung back up yet. So maybe still an opportunity to get into MED. And METC, Ramaco, coke and coal, rare earth. Again, we see it got that post-inauguration pop, probably after that Davos speech. So it swung back up. So it does look like it rolled over. We'll see if this resistance level holds. If so, I'll probably let that one go. If it does correct back down. I like that whole Trump 2.0 coal and rare earth materials thesis behind METC, and we've traded that profitably in the past. So in PZZA, bounced pretty strongly. I thought about taking it out after that big bounce. Again, I don't know any reason for the previous decline or any reason for the bounce other than maybe it just got oversold. Again, you can see it rejected off of near that resistance level. So we'll see if we get a correction back down to a previous support level, get a better risk reward profile on PZZA. Plenty of potential upsides into the 60s. So again, congratulations if you happen to catch that pop back up in PZZA. Again, Tatron, low float, pretty choppy. Get not optionable, so I'm less apt to trade that one versus some of the other options that we have. But if you like that thesis, if you're good at trading low floats, Tatron might have a good thesis that you might be interested in. So I hope that all helps. Yes, Easy Mike, Katon, PZZA is Papa John's Pizza. Also, I think I saw Domino's, which is DPZ, I think, also kind of bounced up. So maybe just kind of a sector rotation back into the pizza theme. Also, we've got earnings dates. So I don't think either one of them reported earnings. You can see the earnings dates also in our watch list Google Sheet. Okay, we'll see if we have any time to do any due diligence on our honorable mention stocks, but you can see those and I'll continue to build that list. We will be looking at Stellantis, STLA. See that one I identified as a multiple bottom in FinViz on January 21st, and we put some puts in our puts ROIC Google Sheet, and we'll probably do some due diligence on Stellantis if we have time today. And then if we have time, we can come back to some of the other honorable mentions, but you can take a look at those via the links in the notes, etc. Okay, let me grab a quick drink and we'll talk about our shopping list stocks, etc. Okay, we always recommend that you have your shopping list ready of stocks to take advantage of any irrational dips in the market, rational corrections based on earnings reports, etc. Again, just a quick reminder, none of our content should be considered financial advice. We're not financial advisors. All of our content is for education, hopefully some entertainment purposes only. But we do recommend that you stay away from zombie stocks, zombie companies, zombie ETFs. Again, yesterday we talked about how to make money trading the January Federal Reserve interest rate decision. Again, we don't expect any changes, no cuts, no hikes, etc. In fact, we don't expect, and the market doesn't expect any cuts really all the way through June. So we've got higher for longer. It's going to put pressure on these zombie companies, money-losing companies, etc. They're not going to be able to refinance their debt. Their borrowing will be at a high interest rate. So again, if you're concerned about a money-losing company, be it a biotech or any money-losing company, about them running out of cash, going bankrupt, having to do an offering, doing a reverse split, etc. You can calculate their quarter's cash flow positive using our biotech due diligence Google Sheet, and you can get access to our biotech due diligence sheet to use and or make a copy for yourself by joining our Patreon. Again, I would highly recommend that if you're even considering trading a money-losing stock. Again, higher for longer, interest rates expected to stay unchanged now through June probably, unless something occurs. Now you can also see our shopping list in the shop list tab of our watch list Google Sheet. So you can see some of the Mag 7s, Amazon, Meta, etc., Microsoft. Here's APLY. You can see it's showing attractive risk-reward profile. Also, we've got some REITs. We're currently long land, LTC, O, Stag, etc. MP is one we watch for rare earth materials. MSB for steel. Got some dividend payers, JEPI, JEPQ. See, we watch uranium, USOI with oil. Again, if oil continues to decline, it's down below 75 right now. When it breaks below 70, when USOI gets attractive, it's one of my favorite dividend payers. When oil takes a dip, so we'll be keeping an eye on oil. It does take a significant dip, we'll take a big chunk of USOI. Also, if wheat comes back down, saw yesterday it did peak and looked like it was coming back down. If it does, we go long wheat using WEAT and uranium, etc. So again, you can watch our shopping list stocks as well. Just thinking of adding METC in there for coal, maybe some others. So we might be adding a few so we can watch some other sectors in our shopping list as well. Welcome to Crow, Sydney Osborne. Thank you all for joining us today. Hope you all are doing well. So next we'll look at dividend payers. So if anyone in the chat has a particular dividend payer you'd like to take a look at, I'll try to keep an eye on the chat for looking at the dividend payers. Just again, a quick reminder, we use dividend payers to generate income while we wait for our swing trading stocks to set up. And we use our dividend payers Google Sheet to create our schedule of dividend payers with whatever dividend yield, total return, risk reward profile, etc. that we would like. And you could do likewise, get 24/7 access to our dividend payers Google Sheet by joining our Patreon. So let me grab a quick drink and we'll go over some updates, some additions to our dividend payers Google Sheet. And I'll take a look at the chat, see if anyone else has specific dividend payers you want to take a look at. Welcome, Gabe Fade. Thank you for joining us. Hope you had a great trading week and are doing well. Welcome, Aura Alpha. Glad to see you here. Thank you for joining us. Hope you had a great trading week and are doing well. So firstly, I've got some updates to our dividend payers that we want to take a look at. The first is AIA. AIA is a ETF to trade Asia stocks. Katon, Easy Mike asked us to also add AIA to our dividend payers Google Sheet. Again, we have AIA in the research sheet of our ETFs Google Sheet as well. We've done some previous analysis on AIA as a good ETF to trade Asia stocks, but as Katon requested, we've added it to the main sheet of our dividend payers, so we can take a look at that real quickly as a dividend payer. So here's AIA. As you can see, it pays a semi-annual dividend. It's got a positive, very nice positive total return, 26%. It's got some decent yield potential of 12%. See, right now it's at 70. So support level at about 59. So more risk than reward right now. So it's closer to its 52-week high than its support level. Again, this is an ETF to trade Asia. So again, you can access the profile, FinBiz profile via the FinBiz profile links in the notes. So again, we've looked at this chart as an ETF before. Now we're looking at it as a dividend payer. So you see it last paid on December 17th, $1.51. Looks like it's semi-annually, twice a year. Previously, it was only 38 cents. Been on generally an upward trend. Got decent support from the 50-week moving average. A little bit more upside. So longer term, some more upside. So again, you can get some price appreciation as well as those semi-annual dividends. You see the composition. Again, we've talked about this as an ETF before. You can see the breakdown. So now in terms of a dividend payer, again, pretty nice total return, possible price appreciation via yield potential. So now you can watch AIA, consider that as a dividend payer, also using our dividend payers Google Sheet. So I hope that all helps. Nextly, last week there was some, personally I've added SCHD to our main dividend payers sheet. SCHD is a very popular dividend payer. So we'll take a quick look at CHD. So now you can find and track that one again, very popular one. So here's SCHD. This is the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. Look at the profile in FinBiz. Open that up, but we can look at the total return. So we got almost a 14% total return. Yield potential about 9%, so some potential upside. Right now it's at 28. More risk than reward, so it's again closer to its resistance level, its 52-week high, than it is to its support level or a 52-week low. Again, not a lot of price appreciation, 1.2 or so. So we see it had a pretty steep decline recently, hit that support level. It's below its 50-day moving average, probably a resistance level there. Expense ratio is pretty good, pretty low. AUM significant. Again, there's a very popular dividend payer. Performance for the year is about 9.5%, so not too bad. Positive return. You can see what comprises. So it's got Pfizer, Cisco, Texas Instruments, etc. Coca-Cola, Chevron. We look at the definition. It's an actively managed ETF. So you've got an ETF active manager choosing the investments, choosing the balance. Seeks to provide long-term capital appreciation. Major asset classes and sectors. U.S., foreign, and emerging markets. So again, it's mostly the active manager selecting which stocks to put in this SCHD fund. Again, you can see the weightings in the current composition. And again, the active manager will choose the stocks in there and the balance. See, it recently did a split, 3-to-1 split. Looks like it pays quarterly, about 26 cents, 25 cents. So pretty stable dividend. And again, it's got a pretty good total return, almost 14%, some potential price appreciation, quarterly dividend. So again, very popular dividend payer. So we've added that to the main sheet of our dividend payers. If you're interested in SCHD, again, love to hear your feedback. If you held, traded, etc. If you like SCHD, please let us know why or why not. If you don't like it, let us know in the comments to the video in our Discord, etc. Okay, finally, I'm going to look at QQQY. There was discussion in the chat last week about QQQY, so we didn't have that in our dividend payers previously. I wanted to take a look at QQQY and compare that to some of the other dividend payers on the NASDAQ on the Qs. So if we look at, I added QQQY to our main dividend payers Google sheet. So if we search for QQQY, here's QQQY, and we can compare QQQY to QQQ and QYLD. But just to start with QQQY, let me look at the profile for it in Viz in a sec. So QQQY is the Defiance NASDAQ 100 Enhanced Options at zero DTE income. So it looks like they participate in zero DTE options. Looks like in general it's declining. Looks like now they started paying a weekly dividend, so that may be what's attracting people to QQQY. Pretty small, it's like the 31 cents, 30 cents recently. So again, possibly attractive, that weekly dividend showing 85% nominal yield. So it looks pretty good. It is optionable. AUM's a little light, 150 million. Volume, not too bad, 132K. We zoom out a little bit. So again, looks like it's generally been in decline since its inception. Looks like its inception is back in 23. Look at the definition. Here's the composition. So treasury bonds, looks like a lot of bonds, bills, etc. NASDAQ index. Fund flows, looks like it's less inflows recently. So there seeks current income, exposure to the performance of the NASDAQ, actively managed, indirect exposure to the value of the index. So again, you can see the current composition, etc. We look at, again, the returns for QQQY. It's positive total return, 11.6%. Got plenty of potential upside. Currently it's at 30. So the risk reward profile is pretty attractive. Got potential upside of about 1.8 from 52-week high to low. But again, when we look at the chart, it's been generally a decline. So is it going to actually swing back up and get that price appreciation? And it has shown a positive total return for the past year. So if you think that positive total return will be maintained, you get 11% or so return. However, I also wanted to compare that to just the NASDAQ QQQ and another dividend payer on the NASDAQ QYLD. You see the total return on just the Qs is 21%. So although it doesn't have as much price appreciation, the total return on just the Qs is better than QQQY. Should probably change that to weekly. It's now actually a weekly dividend payer. Also, QYLD is also better. It's got a total return of 17%. Got more potential price appreciation, although again, this is, I think, a covered call. strategy. So again, it may generally decline due to those covered call writing. So you might not be able to get that price appreciation. If I look at QYLD, yeah, it's a covered call strategy, although it looks like it's held up pretty well. Looks like it cycles, so might be a good candidate for scalping, swing trading, etc. Doesn't have that steep decline we saw in QQQY. And again, it does have a better total return than QQQY. So again, unless for some reason you're looking for those weekly dividend payouts, QQQQ or QYLD, probably better dividend payers, better total return than QQQY. So I hope that all helps. Again, please let me know your thoughts on QQQY versus QQQ or QYLD. Have you used any of those as dividend payers? Which one do you prefer and why? Again, put your comments in the comments to our video or in our Discord. Also, if you'd like us to do research on any other dividend payers, please let us know, the ticker, etc. We can do the research on those, see if they warrant addition to our dividend payers Google Sheet. Also want to point out an enhancement I made to our dividend payers Google Sheet and some potential future enhancements. So firstly, I changed the conditional formatting on the symbol, which is column A, to highlight the cell in red if the total return and the yield potential are both below 5%. So essentially, I'm not very interested in anything if it's going to have a total return and a yield potential of less than 5%. So not only has in the past year its return less than 5%, but it also has potential price appreciation of less than 5%. Again, I'm not very interested in those, as you can get, 4% in the money market up to, almost 5% in treasuries. So you can see those that, bill some of these bond funds are highlighted in red now because they have both a total return and a yield potential of less than 5%. But that was interesting. DIA, which is the index on the Dow, has very low return. Again, some of these bond funds grow. One we'd traded in the past has some basis for crypto, but negative. So again, I hope that helps identify those as, not having very attractive either total returns or potential price appreciation. So again, you can see those that have less than 5% total return and yield potential highlighted in red in the symbol column. So let me know what you think of that enhancement. Do you like it? Is it helpful? What other enhancements would you like to see to our dividend payers Google Sheet? I was trying to think of another condition to highlight in green. Right now the symbols are highlighted in green. If it's within 10% of its support price target and the risk or the reward is greater than the risk, so N greater, O greater than N, and it's again within 10% of the support level. So it doesn't have a criteria based on either total return or yield potential. So I was trying to figure out, do we want it green if both of those are over 5%, or the sum of those two is greater than 5%, or some other criteria. So I'd love to hear your feedback on any additional conditional formatting that you would like to consider in the highlighting for symbols that might take into account their total return and or yield potential. Also, again, we have a whole series of videos on how you can use our dividend payers Google Sheet to find the best dividend paying stocks. You can access that series of videos via the link in the notes. Let me grab a drink. If I missed your dividend payer, I apologize. You can throw it back up and we can revisit the dividend payers. Otherwise, let me grab a drink and we'll go to option strategies. Okay, just to quickly respond to RT's question, he asked, what do you trade BIX, BX with, SVXY, UVXY? RT, we have a number of ETFs in our ETFs Google Sheet to trade volatility, the VIX, including UVXY, SVXY, also BXX. Also, we have SVOL, which is a dividend payer on volatility. So you can see the dividend payment information for SVOL in our dividend payers Google Sheet. Also, I think UVXY may be in here if it pays a dividend. Doesn't look like it. SVXY, I think, did pay a dividend. I don't think that's in here. So typically for shorter term swings, scalps, etc., we use UVXY long, SVXY short. SVXY is one of my favorite trades in terms of catching a pop and shorting the VIX back down as it naturally is going to retrace. So again, typically I use UVXY long to long VIX futures. Again, those are VIX futures based. And then SVXY to short pops in the VIX. So I hope that all helps. Crow says he uses UVIX. There's, again, a number of ETFs to trade the VIX, again, BXX. Keaton's mentioning VXX. So again, it's a preference, but I would highly recommend you look at the composition, what futures is it based on, etc. If you like the risk reward profile, and then if you want to hold short volatility for a while, you can look at SVOL. So again, we can see SVOL has a positive total return. See where it is, current risk reward profile. Again, the VIX is pretty low right now, below 15. Also, we have puts. You'll see in our puts ROIC, potentially selling puts on UVXY, picking up an additional long position by selling cash secured puts against UVXY. Congratulations to the Crow if you caught the last couple pops in the VIX using UVIX. Yeah, you have to be nimble. I'm often not nimble enough to catch those quick pops and drops. So in addition to dividend payers, we also use several option strategies to generate income while we wait for our swing trading stock to set up. Firstly, we sell covered calls against our existing positions when our stocks are going up, buy them back when they're coming down. And we use our covered calls Google Sheet to do what if analysis on selling and then buying back various covered calls. Again, you can do likewise, get access, 24/7 access to our covered calls Google Sheet, make your own copy if you'd like, and do what if analysis on your covered call strategies. We have a whole series of videos on how you can use our covered calls Google Sheet to do what if analysis on your covered call strategies. You can access via the links in the videos, and we'd love your feedback on any further enhancements to our covered calls Google Sheet. Additionally, we sell puts and stocks are going down, buy them back when they're going back up, or if we get a sign, then we can make money on the price appreciation, as you saw we did with SIRI, Sirius XM. And we use our puts ROIC Google Sheet to identify opportunities to sell and then buy back puts. Again, you can get 24/7 access also to our puts ROIC Google Sheet by joining our Patreon. take a look at some updates to our puts ROIC Google Sheet. I want to do some quick due diligence on Stellantis, STLA. So you can see we added STLA to the research sheet, $12 strike price, February 21 expiration. So if we look at that one first, let's go directly to the research sheet, search for STLA. And you can access the profile, FinBiz profile for any of these stocks via the FinBiz URL column. Again, this popped up when I screened for multiple bottoms in FinBiz. Stellantis popped up as a multiple bottom. So I want to look at it in terms of potentially buying shares versus selling puts. So we see it's kind of hovering around this bottom. And Stellantis is the car maker, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Fiat, etc., Opel. See their net income, it was negative. They had a negative quarter. It's picked back up. EPS was negative, picked back up. So, but it's still hovering at that multiple bottom. Past couple of years. So it declined from the previous year. Net income declined. EPS declined. So it's got a very low PE, 2.9, not a huge amount of debt. Pays a decent dividend, 12% nominal yield, is optionable, got high float, some discrepancy between outstanding and float. See, it's pretty negative performance, negative 37 for the year. Got pretty good volume, not huge. See, it's down below its moving averages, hovering on that multiple bottom. See that 12 level? It's pretty much the previous lows. Previous lows, 1137, 1157. Does have some risk, some downside, so all the way down to 6 or so, or even below. So probably part of the reason, potential upside up into the high 20s, 29.51 or so. So again, probably the reason I decided to look at selling puts against it versus buying shares is just the balance of the risk reward. It's been in a steady downtrend. Again, might have found some stability around here. I could almost touch that 12. See when their next earnings is, if it shows. It's not currently showing when their next earnings is. Should be coming up. October 31st was the last, so they should have earnings coming up soon. Looks like they got some recent downgrades. So I'll have to see when their next earnings is. So again, given the balance of the risk reward profile is probably why I chose to look at selling puts on Stellantis versus holding shares. If you do think that multiple bottom is going to hold and it's going to swing back up, you want to take the risk of swinging it up. Again, potential double long term. Puts, not a whole lot of premium, 49 cents. So even at the 52-week high right now, it's only less than 3% ROIC. So not very attractive right now. So we'll see if we get further downside in Stellantis. See if those puts get any more attractive. If we want to sell puts against it and or reconsider selling shares. So let me know your feedback. If you think it'd be better to buy shares, sell puts, do both on Stellantis. You trade Stellantis. What do you think of it? Obviously, it's a foreign-based company from the Netherlands. So they bought Chrysler, etc. What do you think of Stellantis as an opportunity to buy shares? off this multiple bottom or sell puts. So love to hear your feedback in the comments and or in our Discord. Other updates in our puts ROIC. I lowered the strike on end phase from 60 to 50. It had broken down below 60. It did recapture this 60. Again, we talked about Trump 2.0 trades, very negative for solar, clean energy, etc. You can hear our previous thesis on selling puts on end phase, EMPH. And again, we'll see if the premium on those 50 puts, we did make money on selling puts against end phase previously, so we'll see if the premium on those 50 strike prices get attractive if we want to reconsider selling puts, but I wouldn't buy shares. The PE in end phase is extremely high right now. Again, after we got stopped out of our shares, we got assigned in NextEra Energy, NEP. I lowered the strike price on it to 14. Yeah, we might reconsider selling puts against NEP at that lower strike price if the premium gets attractive. You can hear our previous discussions on NEP as a good dividend stock, as a good utility stock, etc. So you can hear our thesis on NEP via the bonus links to the videos in the notes. Again, if you'd like us to do research on any puts, let us know. We can add them to our automated systems, add them to our puts ROIC Google Sheet. We've got a whole series of videos on how you can use our puts ROIC Google Sheet to help you make money trading options, and also a whole playlist of videos on additional help to help you make money trading using options. So if we just very quickly look at some of the others in our main watch list, you can see the ones in yellow, I have sells out already. You can see the price I have a sell out on in the sell price column, highlighted yellow. So I've still got one out on AHR. It's not close to the strike. Intel had popped up, declined a little bit. We'll see if that gets more attractive again. Again, I'm watching puts on UBXY. If UBXY continues to decline towards 17, might look at selling puts at 290. It would be almost 14%, so a nice attractive premium on selling puts on UBXY. Again, if it continues to decline. Watching a number of others, again, selling puts on SMAL, another option. Selling puts on SVXY, another option. And you can see all those options in our puts ROIC Google Sheet. And since the VIX is down below 15, premiums aren't very attractive right now. So there aren't a whole lot of opportunities right now to sell puts. But if we do get a correction in the market or some irrational reactions to earnings, we might get some better opportunities to sell puts again. Also added a sell back on Celsius at 25. See, it had declined, did bounce back up a little bit. So I've got a sell sitting at 315, about a 9% ROIC on Celsius. And again, we've discussed previously our thesis on selling puts on Celsius. Previously, again, end phase we lowered to 50. We'll see what those premiums look like. Still got one on MED. It's been hovering around 15. Those are February, so right now they're set to expire worthless. Sam Adams, not very attractive ROIC wise. I've got a sell on Shutterstock, but it hasn't really come back down. If I can get some puts below their merger price, that might be attractive. I've got them at 285. I've got them at 210, about a 7% return if I happen to get those puts. See, right now the premium's not all that attractive. So again, we'll see if we get a pop up in the VIX that makes any of these puts more attractive. You can use our puts ROIC Google Sheet to also see who's up, who's down during the trading day. So again, another great way to watch stocks, see where there might be opportunities to buy or sell or buy back puts. So Again, hopefully that'll help you make money trading options using our puts ROIC Google Sheet. You can get access to 24/7 by joining our Patreon. I know I've run a little bit long. Let me quickly check the chat, see if there's any other last minute questions, any last minute stocks you want to take a look at. If I missed your question or your stock previously, I apologize, and please throw those back up in the chat. Maybe we can take one or so before we wrap up for the day. Again, if I missed your stock previously that you want to look at or your question, I apologize, but please put those in the comments to our video or contact us in our Discord and tag us in our Discord. We're BeachBum Trading, all lowercase, no other symbols, numbers, etc. Anyone else is an imposter, please ignore and report them. We'd also love to have your feedback on what we can do to continue to improve our weekly trading game plans, any of our videos, our tools, our Google Sheets, community, etc., to help add more value for all of our fellow BeachBum traders. So again, we really would appreciate and we need your feedback on what you would like to see more of, less of, etc., in our videos, enhancements to our tools, community, etc. We hope you like this content. We'd greatly appreciate it if you'd smash the like button and directly share our content with your fellow traders, repost our content on your social media sites, etc. Invite other traders to join us in the chat during our live streams, join us in the Discord, etc. Actively participate in our Discord, other than the few channels that I mentioned that are exclusive to our Patreon members. We have a whole bunch of other channels where you can discuss trading different asset classes, using different trading styles, different trading tools, and you can participate in our Discord 24/7. So we'd love to have you join our Discord. You can find a free invite in the description box below. So thank you to everyone that participated in the chat today, everyone watching after the fact. And we hope to see you all back next weekend for our weekly trading game plan for the following week, 10 a.m. Saturdays for part 1, 10 a.m. on Sundays for Eastern time for part 2. And in the meantime, good luck and have a great trading week.